This is my guest, Mark Whittam. He is in Sweden right now and about to embark with his family upon a grand journey all the way south to Portugal. Hi, Mark.
Hello, Starr. Starr O'Hara. Is that how you
Yes,
say it?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Hello.
Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I feel quite honoured and a little nervous as well. I feel like I'm at a job interview or something. It's a bit weird.
You're doing
I've never.
fine. Don't
Good, good, good.
worry. It's
That's
not
good.
a very competitive position, so um you and your family of, is it five or six?
Um, Six. We are six in total. Me and the missus and four kids.
Okay, and you guys live in a tiny house, which looks to me like a converted box truck, right?
Yeah, basically, it's not officially a tiny house because a tiny house has to be built on a trailer chassis. But I mean, it's a little house on wheels, you know. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's a box truck. It used to be a horse box for transporting horses, and yeah, so we converted that into our little home, basically, and that's what we live in and travel in, and yeah, we love it. It's the
I'm
best thing we've ever done. We
I'm
just
That's amazing. I'm gonna show, I can share my screen here, so I'm gonna show a picture of your tiny house. Um let's
excellent.
see. So people can see it. Okay, that's not it. Hold on.
That's the
There it is. And that's one picture of
Yep,
it.
yep,
Uh
yep.
there's a wider view. Now,
There you
did
go.
did you guys buy this way, or did you convert it yourself?
It used to be a horse box. And it used to carry horses. So no, it was it was it was quite a state actually when we bought it. The floor was rotten from all the horse pee, and we had to rip everything out and start from scratch, which is
Wow.
yeah, but that's the best way to do it with an old horse box
Hmm.
because you can never get rid of the smell of horse pee. So
Right.
you literally just have to rip it all out and start from scratch. And so that's what we did. And yeah, it took us 6 months.
6 months. And did you
Yeah.
pretty much work on it full time? It seems like a full time 6 month job. Is
It was pretty full on, yes.
Yeah.
I had a full-time job at the time, and we was about to give birth to our fourth child as well. So we had to juggle work, giving birth, a pregnant woman, and building this truck. But we
Wow.
pulled it off, and we did it in 6 months, and just as planned. And so yeah,
And
it was quite a mission. And
and it looks like you did a great job. I'm just looking at these like windows here. I mean, just from the outside view of the truck. Most
yeah,
of the time when I see tiny houses that are converted from trucks, they don't have, it's not this nice. It doesn't look this nice from the outside.
well,
So it looks like you did a great job.
thank you, thank you. That's a nice compliment.
Uh,
We're happy. We're very happy with the job we did. I've never built anything in my life. I'm a complete novice.
yeah.
Um, Louise is good. She's built a few things before, so she had a bit of knowledge. But I was a complete novice, and
Wow.
yeah, I don't know how we did it, but we pulled it off, and we love it. The result is just amazing. I mean,
I,
a lot of people, we get a lot of attention, and
mhm,
mostly good. So
right. I'm gonna share some pictures from the inside of the house here too.
yeah,
Wow. Like, doesn't everybody want to have that kitchen in their normal sized house? That's gorgeous. And you have so much room for all of your spices and your bulk foods up there. And
yeah.
it just looks so peaceful and utilitarian.
Thank you. Wow. Yes, that is. I'm very lucky to have Louise. She built those shelves, and
Nice.
that was her idea. Um, Basically, our idea with this truck was to not have. I don't know if you've ever been in a trailer or anything, but it's just cupboards up on the walls, and it's just cupboards everywhere. And we didn't want that. We wanted an open,
Yeah.
sort of free space. Because it's such a small space, you know, with cupboards and stuff, it really makes it a bit claustrophobic and a bit tight.
I definitely relate to that because I've spent most of my life living in either RVs or single wide mobile homes.
Yep.
And they come with these like factory
Yep.
particle board
Yep.
cupboards. They're always ugly, very ugly, and
Very ugly.
yeah, and
Yeah.
just totally intruding in, like they're pressing in on you.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah. We used to live in a travel trailer type thing, and even though it was a really big one, we just felt really cramped in there. And it was really wide. It was like 2.5 meters wide. I don't know what that is in feet. But yeah, it was really wide. But we went into my friend's truck. He had one of these trucks, and my friend's truck was a lot narrower than our caravan. But we went in there, and it just felt so much more open because he had no cupboards on the walls. He just, and we was like, wow, this is, yeah. And of course, he had the drop as well, that we have for the horses to walk up and down. And he had just open. It was all just open, and it just felt amazing. And that was 9 years ago. We walked into his truck, and we was like, we're going to do this. We're definitely going to do this one day.
Yeah.
And we eventually did it, and now we're just, oh, I can't explain the feeling. It's amazing.
So how long have you been living in the big green steam machine?
Only actually a year. We've only been living in it a year. We've been on the road for 4 years, but for 3 years we had travel trailers, and they were just temporary. We knew we was going to do this, but we never found the right time or the right truck. We've been looking for years for the right truck, and we just never found it. And then we took the travel trailer down to Spain, as we usually do in the winters. And we just got stuck everywhere with this travel trailer. They're just so big and clumsy, and because it's 2 units, you know, you've got the car and the trailer, and it's just, I mean, I'm a truck driver, but I found it really hard. And in Spain, it's very narrow, and yeah, we just got stuck everywhere. We was putting holes in this travel trailer, and it was a really expensive one as well. And it's like, oh, and I burnt out the clutch on my car, just trying to get up hills, and we just got stuck, and it was just like, oh, I was like, right, now we're here and now we're stuck. I'm going to find a truck.
Yeah.
And literally, we was in Spain, and I found this truck I found a few trucks in Germany. I flew out to Germany. I looked at 4 trucks, and this was the one. I sent the measurements back to Louise. She did a drawing of the inside, how it would be. And she says, this is the one, it's perfect. And she sent the drawing to me. And I said, yep, okay. I bought the truck, drove it to Sweden, left it there, flown back, picked all the girls up and the caravan and the car, and drove back, and we built it. And we looked back at the photos of the picture that Louise did, the drawing, and it is exactly how she drew it. It is amazing how it ended up.
That's great.
Yeah.
You turned a vision into reality, and it only took you 4 years.
Well, yeah, 9 years in reality. Yeah, 9 years.
9
to be honest.
years. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome. So when you're in Sweden, where or like while you were building it, where were you? Were you parking at friends or relatives, or were you paying for parking?
Yeah, that was the thing. We had to juggle it all. We had a travel trailer that we lived in for years, but we had to sell that and the car, and so we moved in with Grandad, Louise's dad. He's got a big house and he lives on his own, so he didn't mind at the time. He enjoyed the company, so yeah, it worked out brilliant. And we kept the truck on his land, and literally I was out there all night just banging away.
Yeah.
And so was Louise, actually.
Mhm.
She was out there with a big lump, and the saw and the file. She loves her saw and her file. She does it all manually. I like to use the machines, but Louise does it. She's old school. She uses an old saw and a file. That's all she used the whole time.
Yeah.
And then literally, she had the baby while I was at work on her own with the kids. Home birth, lotus birth, and then literally a day and a half later, she's out there with the boy on the back, sawing away and filing away, and yeah. So that boy was he was on the back for the first sort of 6 months of his life,
Yeah.
and he really enjoyed it. He liked it. You could see the rocking, you know,
Yeah.
when Louise was sawing, he was like, he just slept the whole time. And so yeah, dedication. That's what it took to get it all done in 6 months. Was yeah, dedication from both parts. But I
Yeah.
really was blown away by how amazing she was, and just without her, I mean, it wouldn't have been built now. It would still be, we'd still be trying to build it now if it was just me. It's amazing, really is. I'm lucky to have her.
That's great. I'm glad you guys are you seem so happy, and you are definitely doing what you have achieved your dream. You're on your journey, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's it. We had this mad dream when we lived in this big house, and we said, yeah, let's just do it. We always wanted to do it, but we thought that because we had children that we had to have a house and a family car and all that. And we said, no, this is not what we wanted. And it just felt wrong, and it was just, so we said, let's just do it with the kids, you know.
Right. So now
And we did.
that's excellent. So now that the tiny house is built, you've been living in it for a year, right? Okay. So
Yep.
what? Tell me what what do you like about what do you love, and what's your favorite part about living in the tiny house with 6 people?
Yeah, well, in the beginning, it's tough. You really have to learn how to live together in a small space, and also you also have to learn about not having hot running water and stuff like that. The luxuries of life, you have to sort of leave that behind. And but once you get over that, you get used to it, and it's just I don't know what it is. You just we're a lot closer now than we was in the house, and we get on a lot better now. And the kids sleep a lot better. I just think, all in all, it just feels much better, and the freedom and everything together just makes it just brilliant. We love it, and we'd never go back. If we do build a house, which we probably build a yurt or something like that, something small.
Something that you can move, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, I'd love to build an earthship, but I really love earthships, but they're just too permanent for me. They're just like, I like to change my view, and I get bored after 6 months now. Just like, okay, I'm bored of this. I want something new.
Yeah.
And with the yurt, you can just pack it up in a few days and move it somewhere. And so, yeah, I think that's what we're going to go for. Even when we get our land, it's going to be a yurt, I think.
Awesome. So where have you, we're going to get into what you're doing next in just a minute, but tell me where you've been in your tiny house so far, and what you've been to Spain, right? In the tiny house.
Yeah.
Or just in the
tiny house. In both the trailer and the tiny house, we've been to England, Germany, France. We've been to Morocco, Spain, south of Spain. We've never been to Portugal. It was always on the list. We knew there was cheap land there, and we got lots of friends that have bought land there. So it's always been on the list, but we've never made it there. We always got to the south of France, and just got really comfortable and just stayed there.
Right.
Yeah. The weather was always nice, and I've got a lot of good friends down there that have got beautiful land, and it's in this place called Orgiva.
Hmm.
And it's just in the 80s, all the hippies moved from England because of Margaret Thatcher, and they just went down to the south of Spain and found this little village, and it was pretty much abandoned, and they just rocked up, and it was like a little well, it's just like a little gathering of hippies basically, and then it became really popular, and now there's just thousands of them, you know, hippies and alternative people, and it's like a little community. Well, it's like 4 different communities all spread out, and everybody
Hmm.
comes together on a Thursday to do their shopping and to the market, and it's a really cool place, and we kind of got stuck there every time.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so that's yeah. But this time we're going to go straight to Portugal, and
Straight to Portugal.
straight to Portugal and then to Spain.
So
So
tell us about you have a mission. You're going to Portugal for a reason.
yes,
And let's hear about that.
yeah. Well, it's always been a dream of ours to live in an eco community, and before we bought the trailer, that was what we was looking at, just to go and live in an eco community. And we applied for lots of different ones, but they was all a bit funny when we said we had a load of kids, and we only had 2 kids at the time. There was all a bit funny about it, and so we thought, okay, and we went to visit a few of them, and it was, oh, you can come and visit, but you know, we don't really want you to live here. Like, and they
Right.
said that before we even got there. It was like, okay, well, there's no point really. We, you know, and that was just because we had kids.
Yeah.
So we decided, okay, we build our own eco community that is welcoming to families as well as singles as well.
Hmm.
So that was always the plan. And then we got our trailer and we was traveling around, and we met up with 2 other families in England, and we sat around a fire chatting all night, as they do, and we just all came up with this plan to do it together. And so we all went to Spain, and some of them went the other one went to Portugal to look for land. And one of the families, they had their baby, but the mother, Colette, she got cancer, so she had to go back to England. So it was all kind of put on the back burner for a while. So yeah, but in the end, the other family found a lovely bit of land in Portugal, and we're going to do it. I've seen the land on picture, and I've had a virtual tour online, and it looks amazing. It sounds amazing. So we're going to go there, check it out, and if it is what it says it is, then we're going to buy it, and
Yeah.
we're going to start our eco community, and hopefully Colette will join us too with her family once she's done her battle with cancer. Yeah, that's the plan. And so that is going to happen now in 12 days. We're going to start slowly, heading south, and we're going to check the land out. And then I'm going to be going to Steamfest.
Are you bringing the whole family to Steamfest?
Well, I don't know. Is it a family thing? I'm not sure whether that's.
I don't know either.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna have a look. I'm gonna speak to a few people. I'd love to bring the whole family. That would be great. It's only a few hours from where the land is, so
Hmm.
we can all just shoot up in the steam machine. And I'm not sure if you can drive big old trucks in the middle of Lisbon, but because they've got lots of laws now in Europe
Yeah.
about driving old trucks. You're not allowed to drive them in the middle of big cities anymore.
Wow, really?
So yeah, so my original plan was to rock up outside the event in the big green steam machine and just put the drop down and just invite people in. But we'll see. If not, we'll just park at a campsite nearby. And yeah, I'd love to take the family. I would. I'm sure it's about a 5-day event, I think. So I'm sure there's one day where we could all join. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that as well. So this trip is going to be amazing. Obviously, being in the truck is just, we love traveling in that. And then I'm going to do the Steemit Roadshow as well.
Yes, I was going to ask you about the Steemit Roadshow, because I just read about that on your blog on Steemit,
Yep.
and I would love to know more about it.
Yeah, it's another crazy idea of mine. Basically, a while back, I had this epiphany. I was driving my truck, and I realised how amazing Steemit was. It just hit me like a bolt of lightning. It was like, oh my god! And the reason behind this was that okay, the three most important inventions of our time has to be the internet, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and then social media, Facebook, you know, and then cryptocurrencies.
Yeah.
And then I thought, Steemit is the only place in the world that combines all these amazing inventions together. I was
Yeah.
like, oh my god, Steemit is amazing. And before that, I was just like, oh, Steemit's cool. You know, I can blog about my truck and my family on the road. And, you know, before that, it was just, you know, it was a cool place to be.
Mm-hmm.
But after that, I was like, wow, I'm into Steemit now. Steemit is amazing. So I invested money in it, and I told all my friends about it, and they were just like, yeah, okay, whatever. But they're just not ready for it yet. So I'll leave that for a while. And I wrote this in a post, and it didn't do very well. It bombed, actually. It wasn't a very good post. But I wrote about my epiphany and how I think it's the fourth most important invention of our time,
Mm-hmm.
and that I want to spread that. I want to tell people about that. I want people to know about it, and so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to travel around. Well, we already do that anyway. But this time, instead of just going from A to B, we're going to stop at most of the big towns and all the big cities. And we're going to go in, and I'm going to stand there and tell everybody about Steemit and how amazing it is.
Awesome. So
Yeah.
you're gonna go like evangelize for Steemit. That's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um.
Yeah. So I did a trial run here. I did a trial in this little town, and it went really well. I was a bit nervous at first, and
Mhm.
I thought it was going to bomb. But I was pulling crowds in. There were, you know, people were, and I was giving away free coffee and cake and biscuits.
Oh, that's
So it was like an icebreaker. It was like, come and get some free cake and coffee. And they was like, okay, what's all this about? And yeah, I had crowds of people at one point just surrounding me, and I was telling them all about how amazing it was, and people were like, really, you get paid? Where does the money come from? And I was just explaining how it all works, and cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin, and I was really in my element. I loved it, and so yeah.
So are you going to be filming these sessions? Can we get
Well,
like,
no, I mean,
it would be really
no,
cool if we could get just like brief clips of you out there spreading the word about Steemit. Maybe like a 30-second, to 1 minute clip.
yeah. Well, I got my Louise to take pictures from a distance, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm going to see. I think maybe if I get one of those little cams and have it somewhere, and then the people who are willing to be on camera,
Mm-hmm.
I'll ask them, and if it's okay, then hopefully I can put little clips in.
Yeah.
But I definitely want to capture it. I definitely want to capture it because, yeah, I really enjoyed it. I was in my element, and yeah, I think it's going to be great. I'm really looking forward to this.
That
So
sounds awesome.
yeah, this whole trip is going to be amazing. The land, the eco community, Steamfest, and the Steemit Roadshow. It's all going to sort of just come together, and
Yeah.
yeah.
So how long
I'm,
is it going to take you to get to Portugal this time? Are you driving straight down, or are you stopping along the way?
yeah, I mean, the Steamfest is in November, isn't it? I think.
Mm-hmm.
So we got plenty of time, and I think we're going to get sort of probably take us about a month and a half to get to the land.
Yeah.
But we're going to enjoy it because when we do these trips, we usually just drive, and we drive all through Europe. and we stop at campsites, and then we get up and we drive. And
Mhm.
we never really take it all in. We have a destination where we're going, and we just go there.
Yeah.
And then when we're there, we choose our next destination, and we do it like that. But this time, I just want to do it free riding, just going with the flow, and just so I'm going to enjoy that, to take it easy and just to go with it. You know,
Mhm.
it's going to be a different way of traveling for us.
Okay.
So,
Well,
yeah.
this has been really awesome to talk to you. I think we're running up on our
Yep.
time limit. I try to keep it under 30 minutes. I just want to show a picture of you with your family so that everybody can see it. Because it's so awesome. Before we go, hold on. Where's my share screen? Okay, share screen. No, wrong thing. Okay, stop share. Is that it? Hold on. Okay, here we go. Share screen. Look at that. Look at how happy. And I can almost hear the music.
Yeah.
And so this also gives everybody a view of the back of your tiny house, which is just gorgeous. I mean, what a nice relaxing space to live in, and I congratulate you guys for accomplishing that and making that happen.
Thank you.
It obviously took a lot of hard work and passion. So,
yeah.
Cheers to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I wish you a wonderful journey down to Portugal, and I definitely want to have you back on at some point. I want to know, of course, how your journey goes and how your eco village, want to check in and get updates on the eco village. And also, I think at some point, maybe we can have you on to talk about home educating on the road, or as a traveling family, which would be a good topic. Okay.
That would be brilliant. I would look forward to it.
So thank you so much, Mark, for joining me on SteemNomadic, and bonjour.
Au revoir. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.